So England are now 83 for 2 after 21 overs. A really good boundary there from Joe Root. He's batting on 32 from 41 balls. Jacob Bethel batting on 17 from 31 balls. The partnership now 43 from 63 balls between these two batters. When they lost Rahan Ahmed, they were in a little bit of trouble, but a good patient batting from both these batters, rotating the strikes. Jeffrey Van der Sey continuing, and Jacob Bethel drives it down the ground to long on and picks up another single to start the over. It's flicked away again by Root, down the ground to long on, picks up another single. 2 singles to start this over. Current run rate only 3.98. This time slow through the air, flicked away again by Jacob Bethel. Straight to mid wicket. Can't take the single. Another dot ball. England batted in a similar way in the previous game as well, chasing 220. That's flicked away again by Bethel, straight to the fielder at mid wicket. Another dot ball. Two more deliveries left in this over. Been a couple of catch drops that have costed Sri Lanka today. That's driven away by Jacob Bethel towards deep point, looking for a second run, can't get it. Just a single for Bethel. So Root is back on strike. Last ball of the over. That's short and that's pulled away by Root. Down towards deep mid wicket. Oh, good fielding there at deep mid wicket. And Joe Root picks up another couple of runs to finish the over. So 5 runs came from that over, and England are now 88 for 2 after 22 overs. So now here's a bowling change. Charit Asalanka has brought himself into the attack. And this is what I was talking about actually. Sri Lanka have 5 spinners in action today. So England will have a job on their hands to tackle all these 5 spinners. And that too particularly against a left-hander like Jacob Bethel. It will be a good matchup against Asalanka. Coming around the wicket to Bethel. And that's driven back to the bowler by Bethel. Again a dot ball to start the over. This time Bethel comes down the wicket, flicks it away straight to mid wicket again. Another dot ball. A good start here from Asalanka. Third ball of the over coming up. And Bethel goes for the sweep. It's in the air. And it goes towards lance short of deep mid wicket. And Jacob Bethel picks up another single. This time Root goes for the sweep towards deep square leg and picks up another single as well. So just 2 runs from this over so far, still 2 balls left. coming around the wicket as Lanka. And Bethel gets an inside edge and they run through for a single. Also, a chance of run out was there, but good running between the wickets. Root makes his ground. The 50 partnership comes up between these two batters. Partnership of 51 from 74 balls between Jacob Bethel and Joe Root. Last ball of the over coming up from Lanka. And Root flicks it away leg side towards deep square leg and picks up another single to finish the over. So just 4 runs came from that over, and England are now 92 for 2 after 23 overs. So Wavindu Asaranka back into the attack now. Wanindu Asaranka. They need a wicket here. Sri Lanka looking to break this partnership. Previous match it was Harry Brook and Joe Root with the partnership. That's short and that's pulled away by Root. Down the ground to long on. Gonna push for 2 here. That's good running between the wickets. Couple of runs for Joe Root. This time pulls it away leg side, and that's all the way for 6. Once again, 2 short from Asaranka, and Joe Root latches onto that. 100 comes up for England. 100 comes up in just 23.2 overs. Once again, Joe Root the man for England under pressure. First 6 of this innings comes at the bat of Joe Root. This time Root drives it straight to covers. Another dot ball from Asaranka. And this time it's tossed up again. Root drives it down the ground to long off and picks up another single. 9 runs have come from this over. Still 2 balls left. Oh, goes for the sweep. Appeal for LBW. That looks very, very close. Umpire says not out. They're going to go for the review, I think. If this is pitching in line, I think that's very, very close for me. Only question will be, is it pitching outside leg or is it pitching in line? I've gone upstairs for the review. I need to have a look at this one. But I think this is very, very close here. Is it pitching in line or pitching outside leg? That is the only thing that we need to see in this. This could be very, very close, very, very tight. I think this is pitching in line. In all honesty, I don't know. I think it's pitching outside leg also. That will be the only question to watch. Doesn't appear to be any bat involved. No bat involved. Flat line as the ball passes the bat. We'll move to ball tracking. Sri Lanka have already lost a review earlier. Is this pitching in line? Oh dear, it's pitching outside leg. It's pitching outside leg. That was the only question that I was asking. So the decision will remain not out. Sri Lanka have lost another review here. They have lost both their reviews now, Sri Lanka. Not out it is. One more delivery left in this over. A shot, and that's pulled away by Bethel towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single. A single to finish that over. 10 runs came from that over, and England are now 102 for 2 after 24 overs. Srilanka is continuing into his second over. Jacob Bethel is on strike. Sorry. So Sri Lanka coming around the wicket to Bethel, and that's swept away by Bethel beautifully, flat and hard and into the fence. That's a great way to start the over. Suddenly now this partnership is looking really good here for England. Partnership now 66 from 82 balls. Bethel with his second boundary. This time Bethel defends it on the front foot. Another dot ball from Sri Lanka. Third ball of the over coming up. Oh, that's punched in the air. Doesn't carry back to the bowler. Another dot ball. So this is looking a little frustrating here for Sri Lanka, this partnership. And this time cut away by Bethel, and that finds the gap again, and that'll run away for another boundary. Second boundary in the over. Once again Jacob Bethel cutting it beautifully. This is brilliant batting. This time another quicker delivery, and Jacob Bethel punches it down the ground to long on. It picks up another single. And Joe Root is back on strike. Last ball of the over. And it's defended back to the bowler. Another dot ball to finish that over. 9 runs came from that over from Sri Lanka. And England are now 111 for 2 after 25 overs. So Vanindu Hasaranga now into his 6th over, and Jacob Bethel punches it on the back foot. Another dot ball to start the over. Halfway mark of this innings, England 111 for 2. Tossed up, he goes for the slog sweep, it's in the gap again, and that'll run away for 4 as well. Boundaries are continuing to flow. Jacob Bethel again, his 4th boundary. Nicely sweeping it away. He's really good with the sweep shots today. This time it's pulled away leg side by Bethel towards deep square leg and picks up another single. This time tossed up again. Root drives it down the ground to long on and picks up another single. Last ball of the over is another quicker delivery punched away by Bethel towards covers, and another dot ball to finish the over. 9 runs came from that over, and England are now 111 for 2 after... England are 118 for 2 after 26 overs. Again and again the scorecard is freezing. I don't know why. So Charit Asalanka now is into his 3rd over, and Bethel punches it down the ground to long on. Picks up another single to start the over. Joe Root on strike. Goes for the sweep again. Root towards deep square leg and picks up another single. Two singles to start this over. This time Bethel defends it on the front foot. Another dot ball from Sri Lanka. 2 runs from the first 3 balls of this over. This time it's tossed up again. Bethel drives it again towards deep extra covers and picks up another single. It's a wide down the leg side, and they're also pushing through for a single. So 1 plus the wide, 2 extra runs to the total. Sri Lankan bowlers feeling the pressure here. The partnership is getting bigger and bigger. It's tossed up again. Bethel drives it down the ground to long off and picks up another single. 6 runs have come from this over, still 1 ball left. The last ball of the over coming up, and Root again hits it down the ground towards long on and picks up another single to finish the over. The 7 runs came from that over, and England are now 125 for 2 after 27 overs. So Asita Fernando is back into the attack. They've gone back to pace because I think they've realized that spin is now being played out by both these batters really well. So might as well go back to some pace. Asita Fernando picked up the wicket of Joe Root in the previous one-day international. So they're trying to maybe attack him with pace. Joe Root on 49 now. Finally get the scorecard back as well. So Joe Root is on 49, nearing another half century. It will be a 3rd consecutive half century in this series. Here's Asita Fernando. And that's flicked away by Joe Root, and there it is. Another half century. He just makes this a habit, doesn't he? Scoring hundreds and 50s are like a piece of cake for someone like Joe Root. Just does it time and time and again. Walks into a game, whether it's an ODI or test match, walks in, bats and bats and bats and bats, scores a half century, scores 100, and then just goes away. Such a legend, doesn't he? 46th half century for Joe Root in one-day internationals, and a 3rd consecutive half century in this series for Joe Root. All the 3 matches he has performed. Unfortunately, the first ODI it was in a losing cause, but the previous ODI he anchored the run chase, and yet again today as well. He is indeed a legend of England cricket, no doubt about that. Second ball of the over coming up. It's a short ball, and Bethel lets it go. Another dot ball from Asita Fernando. Third ball of the over coming up. That's full this time. Bethel flicks it away towards mid-wicket. Another dot ball from Asita Fernando. Is it that the ball is coming on better onto the bat, or is it the pitch easing out a little bit, because the spinners are not getting as much effectiveness as the previous two matches? But what a series for Joe Root. 3 half centuries in 3 matches. Superb consistency. He scored 2 centuries in the Ashes also before this. He's always a legend in the ODI format and test format, no doubt about that. 3 more deliveries left in this over. That's guided away towards point, looking for the single, can't get it. Another dot ball from Asita Fernando. Two more deliveries left in this over. It's short this time. Bethel pulls it away towards deep square leg and picks up another single. Root is back on strike. One more delivery left in this over. First ODI, Root scored 61 from 90 balls. Second ODI scored 75 from 90 balls. Third ODI now 50 from 54 batting. That's driven again by Root towards deep extra covers and picks up another single to finish the over. 3 runs came from that over, and England are now 128 for 2 after 28 overs. So Dhananjaya De Silva is back into the attack now for Sri Lanka. Coming around the wicket to Joe Root. And Root goes for a reverse sweep again. It gets it past third man. Racing away, racing away. Fielded as well, stops the boundary. But the batters complete 3 runs. Good running between the wickets. 3 runs completed. So Jacob Bethel is back on strike. It's a quicker delivery, and Jacob Bethel flicks it away towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single. This time it's on the pads again. Root flicks it away towards deep square leg and picks up another single. This time Bethel goes for the sweep. He's been so good at it. Oh, good fielding at deep mid wicket. Pushing for 2. Good running between the wickets as well. Another couple of runs for Jacob Bethel. Two more deliveries left in this over. It's short and it's pulled away again by Bethel. Again, good fielding at deep mid wicket. Picks up another couple of runs. England getting a move on here. They're looking for 270 from here. They can get it if they continue to bat the way they are batting. And maybe then they can justify their decision to win the toss and bat first. I only said it because they themselves are struggling in these subcontinent conditions. Last ball of the over coming up. Tossed up again, driven down the ground by Bethel towards long off and picks up another single to finish the over. 10 runs came from that over and England are now 138 for 2 after 29 overs. So what does Sri Lanka do now? Where do they get the breakthrough? Both these batters are starting to look dangerous here. Bethel on 47 now. And the umbrellas are out as well. Oh my goodness. We said there's about the 73% chance of rain. Maybe that can intervene a little bit. Asita Fernando into his Asita Fernando's into his 5th over now. Jacob Bethel is on strike. And that's full and on the pads, flicked away by Bethel, and that is in the gap, and that races away for 4. Beautifully flicked away again there by Jacob Bethel. Picks up a boundary, picks up his 5th boundary in this innings and brings up a half century as well for Jacob Bethel. Also brings up the 100-run partnership between these two batters. Partnership of 102 from 112 balls. A 5th half century for Jacob Bethel in one-day international cricket. 51 from 64 balls with 5 boundaries at a strike rate of 79.69. Outstanding knock. This time guided away towards deep point for 4. Back-to-back boundaries from Jacob Bethel. Little bit of width on offer there from Asita Fernando. Beautifully cut away by Bethel for 4. And the partnership continues to grow for England here. Well, I think Sri Lanka themselves wouldn't have expected this kind of a counter-attack from both these batters. Joe Root on 55 from 57 balls, Jacob Bethel on 55 from 65 balls. And surely now England targeting a huge score from here. It can be tough to chase for Sri Lanka actually. So Fernando now coming around the wicket to Bethel. And And it's on the stumps. Good length delivery, and Bethel defends it down the ground to mid-on. Another dot ball from Asita Fernando. A shot, and it's pulled away by Bethel for 4. How quick that has raced away for 4 as well. 2 shot again from Asita Fernando. Bethel latches onto it. The third boundary in this over. 150 comes up for England as well. 150 comes up in just 29.4 overs. This is a huge over for England. 12 runs from this over. Still 2 balls left. Two more deliveries left in this over. This time again on a good length. Bethel defends it towards covers. Another dot ball. What a partnership this is turning out to be. 110 run partnership from 116 balls. Both these batters can get to their centuries as well. This is exactly how you should be playing ODI cricket. England have finally found that method. So last ball of the over coming up. And it's full this time, driven through the covers for 4. Once again beautifully driven there by Bethel. A 4th boundary in this over, an expensive over from Asita Fernando. 16 runs came from that over. And England are now 154 for 2 after 30 overs. Still 20 overs left in this innings and a really good score here for England. 154 for 2 after 30 overs. Partnership of 114 from 117 balls, but the rain starts to come down here in Colombo. I think Jacob Bethel is chewing something here. Kind of a mini drinks break. They haven't announced the drinks break officially. So Dunit Walalage is back into the attack, and Sri Lanka badly need wickets here because this partnership is trying to take the game away from England at the moment. Velalage coming around the wicket to Root, and Root drives it down the ground to long on and picks up another single to start the over. This time another quicker ball. Bethel punches it down the ground and picks up another single as well. So 2 singles to start this over. Joe Root is back on strike. It's on the pads. Root sweeps it away. There's no one back there. And oh, it beats deep square leg and into the boundary for 4. So if it is not Bethel, then it's Root finding the boundaries. Only his 4th boundary in this innings, moves to 60 now from 59 balls, and this partnership continues to hurt Sri Lanka. This time Root drives it down the ground to long off and picks up another single. So Bethel is back on strike. Goes for the sweep again. Bethel. It's towards deep square leg and picks up another single. I think they have settled themselves now, and it's becoming extremely hard to break this partnership as far as Sri Lankan bowlers are concerned. We haven't seen this in this series so far. So far, the Sri Lankan bowlers have been pretty good. Last ball of the over. Root goes for the slog sweep. It's in the gap. 1 bounce, 2 bounces into the boundary for 4 to finish that over. Another expensive over from Velalake this time. 12 runs came from that over, and England are now 166 for 2 after 31 overs. So Jeffrey van der Sey is back into the attack now for Sri Lanka. Jacob Bethel on strike. Shot is pulled away by Bethel and it's taken at deep mid wicket. A rank long hop gets the wicket for Sri Lanka here. Bethel has holed out at deep mid wicket, and this is exactly what Sri Lanka wanted very badly, because this partnership was literally taking the game away from Sri Lanka. And there was one fielder there at deep mid wicket. Jacob Bethel found him to perfection. Van der Sey into the attack, breaks the partnership. A 126 run partnership has been broken. Really good catch at deep mid wicket there. An extremely important wicket for Sri Lanka. Jacob Bethel is gone after a really good knock of 65 from 72 balls. And England are now 166 for 3 after 31.1 overs. Harry Brook is the new batter to the crease. The captain makes his way out to the centre for England. Still have Josh Buttler, Will Jacks and Sam Curran to come in after this. All capable, dangerous batters. Extremely important wicket there for Sri Lanka actually, because that partnership was indeed looking dangerous. 126 run partnership. Take a bow, Jacob Bethel and Joe Root. Root is still there at the crease. And remember, it was this partnership that took England home in the previous game when they were chasing 220 runs. Harry Brook and Joe Root formed a big partnership. So this England team is batting really deep. It's not easy to penetrate through them actually. So second ball of the over coming up, Brook on strike. And that's cut away by Brook, past 4 point, and that'll run away for 4 I think. What a way to get off the mark. Short and wide there by Van der Sar. And Harry Brook just gently cut it away. A little misfield there at point. Could have been stopped. Harry Brook gets off the mark with the boundary. And Van der Sar stops in his follow through. Van der Sar got Harry Brook out in the previous game, but it was after a big partnership. This time Harry Brook defends it on the front foot towards mid-on. Another dot ball from Van der Sar. Tossed up again. Harry Brook sweeps it straight to mid-wicket. Back-to-back dot balls from Jeffrey Van der Sar. The advantage with the England batting lineup. We still have batters like Josh Buttler and Will Jacks to come in. All quality batters. That's a beauty. Absolute beauty. Pitching and spinning away from the right-hander. Another dot ball from Van der Sar. Last ball of the over, spinning back in, appeal file with W, umpire says not out. Sri Lanka have exhausted their reviews. They exhausted their reviews, so they can't go for any review there. Just 4 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Jacob Bethel. And England are now 170 for 3 after 32 overs. Dunit Welal again now back into the attack. Root drives it away towards covers. Dot ball to start the over. Can expect Root to go for the big shots now that is set at the crease. This time it's driven again, straight to covers again. Again another dot ball to start the over. Defended this time by Root towards the point and picks up another single. Harry Brook is back on strike. 3 more deliveries left in this over. This time it's driven again down the ground to long off. And Harry Brook picks up another single. This time tossed up again. Joe Root drives it back to the bowler. A good over this from Velalage. Just 2 runs coming from this over. Still 1 ball left. Josh Butler is ready to come in next. Goes for the sweep. It's towards deep mid wicket. And Root will pick up another single to finish the over. 3 runs came from that over. And England are now 173 for 3 after 33 overs. So Jeffrey Van der Sey is continuing into his 7th over. All the batters can bat for England in all honesty. Liam Dawson, Adil Rashid, even all of them can bat. Joe Root goes for a reverse sweep. Gets it past the keeper. That runs away for 4 as well. Absolutely brilliant once again from Joe Root. Playing those sweeps and reverse sweeps to perfection. Sri Lankan spinners are found wanting here. Tossed up again and Root defends it towards point. Another dot ball from Van der Sey. And short pulled away by Root. And that should race away for 4. Yes, it does. Second boundary in this over for Root. Pressure continues to mount on the Sri Lankan bowlers. Joe Root moves to 75 now from the 69 balls. This time it's driven again by Root straight to covers. Another dot ball. 2 more deliveries left in this over. This time cut away off the back foot, straight to the fielder at point. Make that another dot ball from Van der Sey. Dot ball to finish that over. 8 runs came from that over. And England are now 181 for 3 after 34 overs. And it's also the time for the drinks break. So we come to the end of the drinks break. Dunit Walalage back into the attack. And Harry Brook punches it straight to point. Dot ball to start the over. A 15.5 overs left in this innings. Projected scores 265 to 292, top of 300. Harry Brook goes for the sweep, gets an inside edge towards square leg and picks up another single. How did I tell the projected score? 265 to 292 to 300. That depends on the run rate in which England bat. Current run rate takes them to 265. As Root comes down the wicket, it's a towards middle. Oh, chance of run out of the bowlers and they've hit directly. Have they? Or has he missed the stumps? I think he has missed the stumps. Directed could have been close. Root picks up another single. Root made it back actually, even if it had been a direct hit. Root was inside the crease. That's punched down the ground by Harry Brook towards long off and picks up another single. Whoa, slower through the air, beautifully bowled by Walalage. And Root drives it back to the bowler, picks up another single. Inside edge there from Root, allowed the ball to go slowly to the bowler, so they take the single. The last ball of the over coming up. Quicker delivery and Harry Brook punches it towards covers and picks up another single to finish the over. 5 runs came from that over and England are now 186 for 3 after 35 overs. So Wanindu Hasaranga is back into the attack now for Sri Lanka. Into his 7th over. Harry Brook is on strike. And this time it's punched away by Harry Brook down towards deep extra covers and picks up another single to start the over. This time a quicker delivery again. Root flicks it away leg side. They're going to push for 2 here. Can't get it. Just a single for Joe Root. Harry Brook is back on strike. It's tossed up. Brook drives it down the ground to mid-on. Another dot ball from Wanindu Hasaranga. Three more deliveries left in this over. It's defended again. Back to the bowler. Make that another dot ball. This time Brook goes down the ground and goes all the way for 6. It's a flat 6 actually. Clears long on. And Harry Brook with his first 6 of this innings. Beautiful use of the feet. And hitting it over long on for 6. Last ball of the over is a short ball, pulled away again by Brook. It's in the gap for 4. Raced away for 4. 6 under 4 to finish that over. 12 runs came from that over. And England are now 198 for 3 after 36 overs. An expensive over there from Anandu Asaranka. 12 runs came from that over. England now 198 for 3 of 36 overs. Dhananjaya De Silva is back into the attack now for Sri Lanka. Tossed up and Root hits it down the ground to long on and picks up another single to start the over. What? It's not a wicket. Press the wrong button there. Second ball of the over coming up. It's tossed up. Harry Brook hits it down the ground to long on, picks up another single. 200 comes up for England. 200 comes up in 36.2 overs at the loss of 3 wickets. And this is another good partnership building up. Partnership of 34 from 31 balls between Harry Brook and Joe Root. Love batting together, it seems. So on the pads again, Root flicks it away towards square leg and picks up another single. This time Brook looks to go inside out. Gone off the outer half of the bat towards deep extra covers, and Harry Brook picks up another single. Sri Lanka have won their last 5 bilateral ODI series at home. Can England break that streak today? Goes for the reverse towards deep extra covers, and Root picks up another single. The last ball of the over coming up. It's on the pads again. Brook flicks it away. Leg side towards deep mid wicket for another single to finish the over. 6 runs came from that over. And England are now 204 for 3 after 37 overs. Vanindu Hasaranka now into his 8th over, and Harry Brook punches it away towards deep extra covers and picks up another single to start the over. Until the previous match, England chased down 220 runs in 46.2 overs in the previous game. Today they are already 200 in the 38th over. So batting a little bit more aggressively here. It's on the stumps. Joe Root defends it on the back foot. Another dot ball from Hasaranka. Who goes for the sweep. Fine leg does well. Root picks up another single. This time Harry Brook drives it away towards deep extra covers and picks up another single. 2 more deliveries left in this over. Joe Root is back on strike. On the stumps. Joe Root defends it back to the bowler. Another dot ball. Badly need to break this partnership here, Sri Lanka. Partnership of 41 from 40 balls between Harry Brook and Joe Root. Joe Root nearing another 3-figure mark. Last ball of the over coming up. That's flicked away by Root. Picks up another single to finish the over. 4 runs came from that over. And England are now 208 for 3 after 38 overs. Dhananjaya De Silva is back into the attack, continuing into his 5th over. He still has 6 overs left in his spell. The England batters are tiring out the bowlers at the moment of Sri Lanka. It's on the pads, flicked away. It's towards short fine leg. Root doesn't take the single. Again a dot ball to start the over from Dhananjaya De Silva. England have learnt how to play ever since the Ashes, I think. They've learnt that their baseball is not working anymore, so might as well go back to playing normal cricket that worked really well for them back in 2019 when they won the ODI World Cup. That's a sensible thing to do for England. They've changed their approach and it's looking good now. Now it's tossed up on the pads. Brook flicks it away leg side and picks up another single. And I think the pitch also looks a little better to bat on actually. I mean, spinners of Sri Lanka are not able to get that kind of purchase what they got in the previous game. That purchase is missing. As Root hits it down the ground again towards long on. Picks up another single. Harry Brook is back on strike. This time he goes over the top of the offside and all the way for 6 from Harry Brook. Advancing down the wicket, hitting through the line, over long off for 6. And the frustration continues for the Sri Lankan bowlers. Second six for Brook in this innings. A 50 partnership comes up between these two batters. Partnership of 51 from 46 balls between Harry Brook and Joe Root. Last ball of the over is another quicker ball, punched away towards deep point, and Brook picks up another single to finish the over. So another good over for England, just 10 runs coming from that over, and England are now 218 for 3 after 39 overs. Jeffrey Van der Sey is back into the attack now for Sri Lanka into his 8th over. Another 50-run partnership between these two batters. They formed a partnership in the previous ODI as well. They formed a partnership in this ODI also. Looking really good to get to a big total here. And Brook drives it towards point, picks up another single to start the over. Tossed up this time from Van der Sey. Root drives it away towards deep extra covers and picks up another single. This time it's punched down the ground by Harry Brook towards long on and picks up another single. Tossed up on the pads, Root flicks it away. And another single, 4 singles to start this over, still 2 balls left. From Van der Sey. Last ball of the over. In fact, still 2 balls left. That's punched down the ground again by Harry Brook towards long on. Picks up another single. Tossed up, Root sweeps leg side, in the gap, another boundary to finish that over. Root moves into the 90s, nearing another 3-figure mark. His 8th boundary in this innings so far for Joe Root. Ends the over with the boundary. 9 runs came from that over, and England are now 227 for 3 after 40 overs. Now 10 more overs left in this innings. 300 is also on the cards, the way these two batters are batting. And I don't think 300 has been chased before at this particular venue. Current run rate takes them to 284. So Asita Fernando is back into the attack now. Could we see a team winning an ODI series in Sri Lanka? It hasn't happened in a while now. Sri Lanka won the last 5 ODI series in Sri Lanka. In their own home conditions, they have won the last 5 ODI series. Could we see that streak coming to an end today? Meanwhile though, England haven't lost an ODI series against Sri Lanka since 2015. So that's also another streak that remains to be broken. As Harry Brook guides it towards point. Doesn't take the single. Dot ball to start the over. Second ball of the over coming up. England batters clearly tiring out the Sri Lankan bowlers. That's driven again straight to covers. Another dot ball from Asita Fernando. The third ball of the over coming up from Asita Fernando. It's full and on the pads, flicked away down the ground by Brook. Towards long on, going to push for the second, and that's good. No, they just pick up a single. So Joe Root is back on strike, 9 runs away from another ODI century. He has been simply brilliant in the series. The fourth ball of the over. That's down the ground from Root towards long on. Going to push for 2. No, they can't get it. Just a single for Joe Root. 2 more deliveries left in this over. This time back of the length. Harry Brook drives it down the ground to long on. Picks up another single. The last ball of the over coming up from Asita Fernando. It's a full toss. Root hits it like side towards mid wicket. Chance of run out was there. Directed, could have been very, very close. Another single to finish that over. The 4 runs came from that over, and England are now 231 for 3 after 41 overs. So 9 overs left in this innings, and Dunit Tulalage is back into the attack now for Sri Lanka. And Joe Root on 93 now is on strike. Oh, Tulalage stops and is followed through. Ooh, that kept a little low there for once. Joe Root had to bend down a little bit. Defense drives it back to the bowler. Dot ball to start the over. It's tossed up again. And a little bit of an outside edge towards third man. Another dot ball from Tulalage. This time it's driven again straight to point though. 3 consecutive dot balls. Beautiful start to this over for Sri Lanka. This time goes for the reverse sweep towards third man. And Root picks up another single. Harry Brook back on strike. Ooh, this time Harry Brook goes for the sweep. Unable to make connection. Another dot ball. 42nd over of this innings and really good bowling here from Tulalage. Last ball of the over, and Harry Brook comes down the wicket, drives it towards deep extra covers, and picks up another single to finish the over. 2 runs came from that over, and England are now 233 for 3 after 42 overs. So 8 overs left in this innings. Asita Fernando is back into the attack. Can England get to 270, 280 or even 300? They can get. Try and push towards 300. Here's Asita Fernando and Harry Brook. Harry Brook drives it down the ground to long on and picks up another single to start the over. So Root is on 94, second ball of the over. It's on the pads again, flicked away by Root towards deep square leg. Gonna push for 2 here, and that's good running. Another couple of runs. Partnership continues to grow between these two batters. Joe Root now moves to 96, 4 runs away from another milestone. So 4 more deliveries left in this over. Third ball of the over coming up. It's full again. It's on the pads towards Joe Root flicks it away towards mid wicket and picks up another single. Three more deliveries left in this over. Harry Brook is back on strike. And Brook gives himself room, drives it through the covers, and that'll run away for 4. So boundary after nearly 2 overs for England. Harry Brook moves into the 40s, nearing his own half century. His third boundary in this innings. So 2 more deliveries left in this over. This is really hurting Sri Lanka at the moment. Oh, it's gone past the keeper, and that'll be 4 as well. Back-to-back boundaries for Harry Brook. Was looking to uppercut it, I think. It just got a little bit of bat on it. It's gone past the Kusal Mendes. And back-to-back boundaries. 12 runs from this over. Still 1 ball left. Asita Fernando has been expensive today. None for 44 in his 6.5 overs. Last ball of the over coming up. None for 40 in his 6.5 overs. 4 byes it is, the previous ball. That's flicked away by Harry Brook towards deep square leg and picks up another single to finish the over. 13 runs came from that over, and England are now 246 for 3 after 43 overs. The current run rate takes England to 286. Still 7 overs left. Hasaranga back into the attack. Brook already premeditated down the wicket. It was fired and wide. Thankfully, Brook got bat on it. It's towards deep point, towards point. Dot ball to start the over. Second ball of the over coming up. Short and wide again. Harry Brook cuts it away towards deep extra covers and picks up another single. Joe Root is back on strike on 97 now. Now what has happened to Hasaranga here? Slight delay in play. Looks like Hasaranga is suffering with some cramps. So Hasaranga is back and ready to continue. 4 more deliveries left in this over. Quicker delivery. Root hits it down the ground to long on and picks up another single. Three more deliveries left in this over. Harry Brook is back on strike. Short and wide again. Brook cuts it away towards covers and picks up another single as well. 2 more deliveries left in this over. Root is back on strike on 98 now. It's flicked away by Root. Looks like they're going to push for 2 here. Pushing for 2 once is 100. Oh! I think he's made it back there. Didn't go for the second. That's good decision from Root. 250 comes onto the board. The umpires have gone upstairs, but Root made it back. That is for sure. Yes, Root made it back. So it will be not out. 1 more delivery left in this over. Not out it will be. Yes. Last ball of the over coming up. Harry Brook on strike. Goes over the top, over extra covers and all the way for 6 from Harry Brook. To finish that over, he brings up his own half century. 52 from just 40 balls. What a partnership this has been. 3 boundaries and 3 sixers at a strike rate of 130. Outstanding knock from Harry Brook. A 6 to finish that over. 10 runs came from that over. And England are now 256 for 3 after 44 overs. Dunit Walalake back into the attack and Root drives it back to the bowler. Again a dot ball to start the over. Is on 99 here, Joe Root. Second ball of the over coming up. And Root just gently flicks it away, picks up the single, and that's the moment for Joe Root. Looking for the second, can't get it. Just a single, but that'll be enough for Root. Another ODI century for this legend here, Joe Root. What a knock this has been. A 20th century in one-day international cricket for Joe Root. 100 from just 100 balls. He stayed there. Mixed caution with aggression. And he's batted really well. Could this be a match-winning 100? Only time will tell. Could even be a match-winning 100 and a series-winning 100 as well. This time Brook drives it away towards deep extra covers and picks up another single. This is going to be an extremely hard target for Sri Lanka to chase down, that is for sure. This time goes for the reverse sweep straight to the fielder though. And they sneak in another quick single. Two more deliveries left in this over. Harry Brook is back on strike. Partnership now 93 from 81 balls between these two batters. And that's gone over. Covers for 6 again. Off the back foot over covers. What a fine shot that is from Harry Brook. Not an easy shot to play at all. Outside the off stump for sure. But he's hit it off the back foot over covers for 6. Magnificent batting here from Harry Brook. Last ball of the over. Quicker ball helped on its way past fine leg. That's 4 more. 6 and a 4 to finish the over. Expensive over from the Nitwillalage. 13 runs came from that over. And England are now 269 for 3 after 45 overs. Still 5 overs left in this innings. 300 is on the cards from England, that is for sure. A partnership now 103 from 83 balls between Harry Brook and Joe Root. 100 partnership has also been completed between these two batters. A magnificent batting actually from Harry Brook and Joe Root. Now one into Hasaranka now back into the attack, into his last over, as he has also been expensive today. That's short. Don't bowl short to him. That's gone away for 4. Rocked onto the back foot there. Joe Root found the gap beautifully and again starts the over with a boundary. This time much more tossed up. Root hits it down the ground to long on and picks up another single. Harry Brook is back on strike. Well, this looks a much better pitch to bat on, in all honesty. Never seen batting this easy at the R. Premadasa Stadium, and I don't think 300 plus totals have been chased down here either. That's too wide from Hasaranka. Has to reload that one again. More frustrations for Sri Lankan bowlers. This time it's punched down the ground by Harry Brook towards long on and picks up another single. Comes down the wicket Root, goes down the ground, long off, does well, and Root picks up another single. This time Harry Brook advances Hits it towards deep extra covers. Going back for 2. Good running between the wickets. Another couple of runs for Harry Brook. Ten runs have come from this over. Still 1 ball left. Last ball of the over. That's too short. That's pulled away. And that's all the way as well. Too short again from Srilanka. And dealt with by Harry Brook. Another 6 to finish the over. 16 runs came from that over. And England are now 285 for 3 after 46 overs. Jeffrey Van der Sey is back into the attack into his 9th over. England eyeing 300 here. They're going to get above 300 for sure. That's a quicker ball from Van der Sey, pulled away by Root. They're going to push for 2 here. And that's good running between the wickets. Another couple of runs for Joe Root. This time Root goes for the sweep. It's towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single. Harry Brook is back on strike. Another delay in play here. Well, that's pulled away by Harry Brook, and that's miles back over deep mid wicket for another 6. Harry Brook is just enjoying himself here. Moves to 78 now from 47 balls, and this England team is suddenly looking unstoppable. The fourth ball of the over coming up. And it's flicked away again by Harry Brook. Leg side. They're going to push for 2 here. And that's good running between the wickets. Another couple of runs for Harry Brook. Two more deliveries left in this over. It's tossed up on the pads. Harry Brook flicks it away leg side towards deep mid wicket. Pushing for another couple of runs. Good running between the wickets. Getting it above 300 here. England for sure. It's going to be an extremely hard run chase for Sri Lanka. I don't think anyone would have expected this kind of a batting performance from England. The first 2 matches they really struggled with their batting. And then suddenly today they are here in the 300 run mark almost. Still 3 more overs left after this. Last ball of the over coming up. Cut away again by Brook. Straight to point. Picks up another single to finish the over. 14 runs came from that over. And England are now 299 for 3 after 47 overs. The 3 more overs left in this innings. Partnership of 133 from 95 balls between Harry Brook and Joe Root. Harry Brook also nearing his own century here. Can we see 2 centuries in the same match? 61st international century for Joe Root. 61st international century for Joe Root today. 20th century in one-day international cricket. Asita Fernando is back into the attack now. 3 more overs left in this innings. Harry Brook is on strike. Full delivery. Brook drives it away towards deep extra covers. And they'll come back for the second. And the 300 comes up here for England. 300 comes up in 47.1 overs. Still 17 balls left in this innings. What a batting performance this has been from England. Terrific. Oh, Harry Brook moves across his stumps. First looked to paddle it and then was looking for the big shot. In the end, missed both attempts. Another dot ball. It's a full delivery and Harry Brook hits it through the line and that races away for 4. In the slot from Asita Fernando. Can't bowl there to Harry Brook. Moves to 89 now with his 5th boundary in this innings. 3 more deliveries left in this over. England are really frustrating the Sri Lankans at the moment. And so two wide again. Yes, given as a wide by the umpire. Asita Fernando has to reload that one again. Going from bad to worse for Sri Lanka. It's sliced away over third man, and that's 4. Second boundary in this over. Harry Brook continuing to find the boundaries, just guiding it over that fielder at third man. Runs continue to flow. 310 now on the board. Sri Lankans very disappointed. Two more deliveries left in this over. That's short this time. Pulled again by Brook. It's in the gap again. And that goes away for 4 as well, will it? Oh, good fielding. No, it goes on to the boundary. Oh, that was a good effort at deep mid wicket there. But it's just palmed over the boundary. 3 boundaries in this over. 15 runs have come from this over. Still 1 ball left. Still 2 overs left after this. Can't believe what I'm just seeing. So last ball of the over coming up from Asita Fernando. That's too wide. Too wide. Has to reload that one again. Extra run as well. They can even push towards 330, 340 from here. It's still 2 overs left after this. Back of the hand slow ball gone wrong from Asita Fernando. Sri Lanka started really well with the ball. They got rid of Ben Duckett. They got rid of Rehan Ahmed, but partnerships. Joe Root and Jacob Bethel formed a big partnership. Then Joe Root and Harry Brook now 149 run partnership between these two batters. The last ball of the over coming up. Another wide. Back-to-back wides. What an over this is. It's refusing to finish this over. But this particular over from Asita Fernando. 17 runs have come from this over. Still 1 ball left. Last ball of the over coming up. Oh, looking to pull it away there. A little bit of an inside edge. Harry Brook picks up another single to finish the over. 18 runs came from that over from Asita Fernando. And England are now 317 for 3 after 48 overs. Jeffrey Van der Sey is back into the attack. He's going to be bowling the penultimate over. Giving the penultimate over to a spinner can go either way actually. That's short and wide. Cut away by Brook, and that's 4 more. Another boundary to start the over. Too short, too much width offered from Van der Sey. And Harry Brook brings up his century as well. What a knock this has been. 102 from just 57 balls. With 8 boundaries and 6 sixers at a strike rate of 178.95. His first century in one-day internationals. This is unbelievable stuff from Harry Brook. And this time it's short and it's pulled away, and that's all the way. All the way for 6. Goodness gracious me, Harry Brook. He is just... it's 11th ODI 100 for Harry Brook, not the maiden one. I was wrong actually. 11th ODI 100 for Harry Brook today. But yeah, 4 under 6 to start this over. Now goes for the reverse, gets it over the top. That'll run away for 4. 4-6-4. From Harry Brook is literally milking the Sri Lankan bowlers at the moment. Can they get to 350 now? 350 certainly on the cards, the way Harry Brook is batting. Forget Josh Butler, Will Jackson, Sam Curran. Why do you even need them when Harry Brook can bat like them? Fourth ball of the over coming up. Shot again, goes for the pull, it's a top edge. Is there any fielder coming underneath it? Oh, not able to hold on to it, put it down. And Harry Brook will pick up another couple of runs. It's been that kind of day for Sri Lanka. Nothing has gone their way actually. England are just building partnerships after partnerships. The crowd are stunned actually for Sri Lanka. No doubt about that. Harry Brook keeps the strike. 16 runs have come from this over. Still 2 balls left. Who would have expected this kind of a run fest? Don't bowl short. That's miles back again. Another short ball. Well, they're having a look at something here. The fielder has done well, I think. Has done something, their fielder. I thought that was going all the way again. Dhananjaya De Silva has done something. Ooh, that's terrific effort from Dhananjaya De Silva on the boundary there. Saved a certain 6. So another couple of runs for Harry Brook. One more delivery left in this over. Not out is the decision. Maybe they were checking for the catch as well. It was not a catch actually. Last ball of the over coming up. Short and wide, cut away by Brook. Finds the gap again. Beats deep extra covers for another boundary. What an over this is. 22 runs came from that over. And England are now 339 for 3 after 49 overs. So one more over left in this innings. England are now 339 for 3 after 49 overs. Asita Fernando is bowling the last over for Sri Lanka. Joe Root went for the reverse sweep there. Unable to make connection. Dot ball to start the last over. Well, Sri Lankan bowlers getting belted today. Second ball of the over coming up. Partnership of 173 from 108 balls between Harry Brook and Joe Root now. Second ball of the over. Goes for the pull there, Root. It's towards deep square leg and Joe Root picks up another single. Harry Brook is back on strike. 4 more deliveries left in this innings. The third ball of the over coming up. And Brook goes inside out, over the top. Over covers for 6. Wow, he just gave himself room. And he's just hit a full delivery. Over covers for another 6. His 8th in this innings. Can you believe it? Harry Brook has outscored Joe Root even after scoring a century. Unbelievable stuff. Three more deliveries left in this over. Gives himself room, goes for a big shot, a little bit of an inside edge onto the patch, doesn't take the single. A dot ball here from Asita Fernando. So 2 more deliveries left in this over. Two more deliveries left in this innings. Close to 350 now is England. I think the series is slipping away from Sri Lanka here. Oh, that's too wide. That's too wide. And also the second bouncer for the over, I think. Everything going against Sri Lanka here. Two more deliveries left in this innings. Asita Fernando has been very, very expensive today. Comes down the wicket this time and hits it over point, and that runs away for 4 as well. Once again, beautiful use of the feet from Harry Brook. Picks up another boundary. 12 runs have come from this over. 350 comes up for England. 350 comes up in 49.1 overs. Still 1 ball left in this innings. So last ball of the innings coming up. Already 12 runs from this over. Last ball of the innings. That's in the slot. He goes over covers. Another 6. Another 6 to finish the innings. Oh my goodness. What a finish this has been. 18 runs came from the last over. A 4 and a 6 to finish the innings. And England have finished their innings with a mammoth 357 for 3 at the end of their 50 overs. And if you ever needed entertainment, this was entertainment. A partnership of 191 from 113 balls between Harry Brook and Joe Root. Both of them getting to their centuries as well. And what a batting performance we have seen here from England. A series decider. Whoever wins this will take the series. And 2 English batters, Joe Root and Harry Brook, have asserted their authority against Sri Lanka here. It's a struggle for England in the previous couple of matches, but today weren't we treated to some amazing power hitting from both these batters. They were in trouble actually early on. England were 40 for 2 at the end of 10.3 overs, and at that time we thought, okay, maybe Sri Lanka can keep taking wickets and maybe bundle out England quickly, but that didn't happen. Jacob Bethel, he got to his half century. 2 big partnerships there for England. A partnership of 126 from 124 balls between Joe Root and Jacob Bethel, and then an unbeaten partnership of 191 from 113 balls between Harry Brook and Joe Root has ensured that England have gotten to a very, very massive total of 357 at the loss of just 3 wickets. Absolute carnage from both these batters towards the end. Sri Lankan bowlers just had no answers in all honesty. As Asitha Fernando was just completely taken to the cleaners, none for 77 in his 9 overs. Janit Liana gave hold only 3 overs, none for 7. Dhananjaya De Silva picked up 1 wicket, but even he was expensive, 1 for 45 in his 5 overs. Dunith Welalage, none for 49 in his 10 overs. Wanindu Hasaranka, 1 for 76 in his 10 overs. Jeffrey Van Der Sey also 1 for 76 in his 10 overs. And Charit Tasalanka also a little bit expensive, none for 20 in his 3 overs. The pick of the bowlers today in all honesty was Dunith Welalage. None for 49 in his 10 overs, went at an economy of 4.90 when the opposition team has scored 357. So Welalage has bowled well for Sri Lanka. But unfortunately, none of the other bowlers had any answers to the masterclass of Joe Root and Harry Brook. So a massive total of 357 on the board for England. Sri Lanka, if they want to win this series, will need 358 runs to win this match from their full quota of 50 overs. We'll be back again shortly to cover the run chase. Until then, please stay tuned.